Yeah, I apologize if you guys can hear me. This Quant Tower platform, dude, I went to go change from ES to NQ, and it just, I don't know, it just freezes my whole computer. I don't know if it's whether I'm live streaming or whether it's when I open up the platform. Man, is that annoying. I mean, that obviously it's probably from live streaming too, but my whole computer froze up. I mean, there's nothing I could do. I had to shut it down. So, if you guys are still here, that's awesome. I mean, nothing really happened during that meantime. I mean, it just sucks because it's like just an annoyance to reboot all this stuff. Now I'm scared to even click on NQ. It's just weird. No, it's not even my computer. I mean, I have a very good computer, good internet. It's this Quant Tower application. It's like every time I click on it, it happened last time. Like I clicked on a trade, it froze the whole stream. So that thing's buggy. This is highly manipulated, FYI. I mean, I wouldn't want to be participating in this. I wouldn't have chased this long in here. Look at that sudden drop lower in here. It's pretty darn manipulated. NSA watching me, bro. Yeah. If you guys can just re-like the video. You don't have to. I appreciate it, though. Yeah, with dollar index, I mean, this seems highly manipulated. I just don't want to be participating inside of this. Well, if I was able to get a trade, that's the only way I can really pay you. I'm gonna have to ask if anybody else has issues with Quant Tower, because this, you know, grass is always greener. So I chose that platform because TradingView gave me issues with Trade08, but now this is giving me even more issues with streaming. So I don't know. And with prop firms, it's very strange. You can't just, I wouldn't say strange, but you can't switch your broker after you're already, whichever one you chose, that's the one you have to stick with. Because honestly, at this point, I'd switch back to Trade08 and just go on TradingView. You have RAM issues? I might. I only have, let me look at my, yeah, I only have, that's a good point. I only have one stick of RAM. I may have to get another stick. But I mean, I have a great GPU, great CPU. Like, my PC is fully built. The RAM is the only thing that's lacking. So, you may be right. Okay. Well, thank you, Roberto. I'll look into that. If it's only 8, okay. Yeah, I used to game on it, but then I stopped, and I was like, well, I don't need more RAM. I may have, yeah, 16 or, what, 32, right? RAM? Or am I don't know, RAM? I don't know. Probably am pronouncing it wrong. I'm not a super versed in computer. I mean, I know specs, I know what to look for, I know what a good computer is versus isn't, but 16 minimum, okay. I appreciate that. How big is your stick? Alright, that's out of pocket. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to be doing anything in here right now. If you look at NAS, traded up into that volume bounce and then dropping off lower from here. I mean, I might just stick with the initial bias I was looking for on ES for this thing to drop off lower and attack those sell-side liquidity pools. So if I can get that, then that would be nice. But I would really need dollar index to continue higher. That's the reason why ICT, we advise all of you to just study and paper trade or even just tape read these type of news event drivers, because you could easily see on this run up, somebody could have seen this fair value gap, wanted to go long in here, even in here, maybe getting end up stopping out. on the short side, trying to go short, getting stopped out. There's a lot of back and forth on these conditions, and it's sometimes really hard to read, even for myself. So it's a good thing to just stay away from them. Okay, I got you, Roto. Yeah, I will look into that. I'm sure. I know Best Buy, they're super marked up, but I could probably go out and... Actually, now I say that, I don't think RAM's that much, right? The only place I have around here is Best Buy. I don't have like a computer store. At least I don't think. See, this happens though when stream crashes, and we went from 200 something viewers to now 97. So it's like, damn. What can you do? Anyway, yeah, I guess I could order it offline. I'm not driving out there, Justin. Unless you want to drive me. How long did it take for you to know what you're looking for? A long time. I mean, again, it's all personal. Just because if I say something doesn't mean that it's going to take you that long. I mean, it could take you a lot less, could take you a lot longer. It's what you settle into. I mean, ICT recommends is you stick with one model and you just stick with that model until you've mastered it. And then you can venture out and branch out to different models and utilize different models. Because not every day is going to print that exact, like the 2022 model, not every day it prints that. Some days, for the most part, it does, but some days it doesn't. So there's other models for different profiles at different days. And he owes me. See, that's the fun part, though, is having friends that trade and having people to surround yourself with. I mean, it's a lot easier than being a lone wolf. All right, P Trader. Have a good rest of your day. I'd probably recommend it to all of you as well. I mean, I'd just close the computer, but I'll sit on here. I don't know how long. I mean, it could take to the end of the day. I don't really know. Yeah, model isn't enough. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I harp on narrative and understanding where price is going at a higher time frame. He seems like one of the boys, Justin. You know, he's just giving you shit. Justin's not very good at taking shit. I mean, look at dollar index on the hourly. It's just a huge wick, both sides. If I had a gun in my head, I'm going to believe ES is going to trade off lower in here. So, in all seriousness, let's see if we can trade down on these sell side objectives. So, if we close underneath this, this will become an inversion. So we traded up into this inefficiency above price on that 1 minute here. Took out buy side liquidity. Again, what we're looking for is these sell sides. So underneath here and there. That's a pretty large wick in here. Again, if you were to engage with this, I would not engage with this with live funds, regardless of this traded to what I was looking for. I mean, just trying to advise all of you to do the right thing. Yeah, I mean, it's just a good tape reading session, and even if you get it wrong, it's fine. It's just good to basically get your reps in like you'd be going to the gym. So I'm going to see in here if we trade up into this, if that would lend support to move off lower. Let me see the relative range. Yeah, that's a lot of points for ES. If ES is moving in ranges where we're getting 25, 30 handles, I mean, that's a lot for ES. Typically 5 to 10 handles is a lot on ES. So there's the sell side objective ran. First one in here. And we're looking for those two. And you should feel no emotions about missing, quote unquote, a trade. It's a really just good study session to sit, observe, see if your predictions played out. If they didn't, it's fine. Even if they did, still really feel nothing. Nice little 2-minute bounce price range in here we dug up into. Trade off lower. So YM's really dropping off heavily. It's good to see. Dollar index is picking up really nicely, going higher. If we dug up into that, I mean, that would have been a great shorting opportunity. But I mean, in here, unless I was fairly confident we're running lower, I mean, I still could have made the case for this at that moment in time. Discount for value gap to go higher. So everything in hindsight is easier to look at, but you have to look at it on the flip side. Like in real time, you could have made the case for this dropping down to a discount to go higher, especially as manipulated as we are. So I just want to see, can we really dig into that sell side in here? If I don't get an entry, if there's nothing there, that's fine. At least I was able to read price, see where it was going to, and call it a day there. So that 1 hour inefficiency, if we really get extension today, we'd want to trade into that. I mean, unless I was on a seconds chart right now, that's the only way you could really find an opportunity. But I think going on a seconds chart is sometimes it's a little too much, man. Even for myself, I mean, lowest I could go is like a 30-second, maybe a 15 at times, but I don't even utilize that. I'm most likely going to get that wrong. So we may just run the sell side, and that's that. And that's all you basically need to be observing and doing in these conditions. I mean, you shouldn't feel any emotions about missing a trade or like, man, I could have been a part of all that. It's like, no, you're not. Like just simply tape reading and marking out where draws and liquidity are, seeing price trade into it. That's all you need to be doing. Yeah, I mean, that's total seek and destroy in the beginning, but now it's clearly one-sided. We ran sell side, took buy side, took sell side again, but maybe that was trying to long or was long, had buy stops above here, they were taken. So yeah, I mean, I have on my other platform, like if I go down to a 15-second chart, I guarantee you there's, even on a 15-second chart, it's just really dropping off heavily. Again, sometimes the bus leaves the station without you, and you can't chase this. I can't disregard my own rules and my discipline and just jump into the market. Like if I jumped in a price in here, sold short with no criteria, no entry, not following my rules, and I got it right, that's a loss. I'm not following my rules. That's going to burn you eventually, because you're going to have this false expectation that you can keep doing that. In reality, you cannot do that. So meet a lot of times where you have a draw on liquidity, you have an area marked out where you see price drawing into, and your entry doesn't form. That doesn't mean that your model's flawed. Doesn't mean you're flawed. It just means that the bus leaves the station sometimes without you, and you have to wait for the next one that comes around the next day, because every single day this stuff repeats. There's a bus that comes to the station every day at the silver bullet hour. But still a beautiful observation of today in the last 30 minutes moving into this next hour, how we started to expand. Do I just trade inversion? Nope. I mean, I trade a lot of different. I mean, for the most part, my entry pattern is a fair value gap. That's the one that I resonate the most with and I find the easiest. I mean, fair value gaps form way more often than order blocks, breakers, mitigation. Like, to me, there's a lot more opportunities. What is in your mind? Nothing. I don't. You'll reach a point where you just don't care, because it's not that I don't care. I'm confident enough that this stuff repeats every single day. So it's like, oh, price moved my targets. It didn't give me my model. Well, again, it goes back to theory. Is sometimes the bus leaves the station without you. It doesn't mean that you need to change your model. It doesn't mean you need to change something. It's just simply that. It just leaves without you. So don't make more out of something than there is. Because sometimes it's just stupid. I'm not gonna sit here and bitch and complain and cry like a little girl. Like there's nothing here for me to enter in the market. There was nothing in here for me to short. Again, we could have shorted here, but in hindsight, I didn't deem that high probability. I mean, I see so many reoccurring themes. I mean, Guy Jones, have the same last name. And I can't find fair value gaps. What's the high probability fair value gap? What's the best concept? What's the best model? All of these questions are going to be answered through time and experience. I can't give you an answer to that. It's time and experience, sitting with somebody or sitting with the charts yourself and seeing it for yourself. Roberto, awesome, man. That's what I want to hear. Get off the charts, turn off the computer, leave the stream. Have a good day. And that right there is discipline. That's Hey, Guy Jones, I mean, that's just being blunt. I mean, I had the same questions when I first began, but the reality is you need to just spend time, a lot of time with this, to figure out which one's good, which one's bad. And of course, you're never going to be 100% perfect. It's just finding that groove where you can be at a point where you can be consistently profitable. Thank you. Hi, I'm Casper. That's awesome to hear. Appreciate that. I mean, I try to simplify things as best as I can for students, but again, there's no shortcut. There's no easy model. There's no easy video. There's nothing that's going to solve this for you and faster than you need it to. It simply requires a lot of time. It's the cold hard truth. As ICT said, if there's something out there that made things faster and easier, he would make it. But there isn't. Should I trade tomorrow? No, I'm not trading tomorrow. Day before FOMC, or NFP, I'm sorry, is typically not good price action. So I'm not going to be trading that. The only other day I'd be looking for is after NFP, and even then. So I anticipated this whole week. If I wasn't able to get something on Monday and Tuesday, then I would probably be electing to sit out the rest of the week. Which, I mean, for some of you that sucks, that's impatience, but because you feel like if you're not making money, you're not doing something. But you are doing something by sitting here and watching price and learning and tape reading. That you're doing something. You're at least trying to progress your skill set. Just because you're not making money doesn't mean you're not learning. And here, why would I not be willing to short, even if this thing dropped off? Because it's not necessarily inside of a premium. We've had price take out sell side liquidity already in here. So anytime you take out a major sell side liquidity pool, make a new low, it can give price the ability to reach into a short-term premium. And I'm not willing to short at this level because my risk would have to be pretty damn large compared to where the reward would be. How long have I been trading? I've been trading for 6 years now. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Again, it's just tape reading. Like, there's a difference between paper trading, tape reading, and engaging with the market with live funds. To me, tape reading is just observing price, seeing how it reacts. I have no emotion. I don't get excited. I don't have any emotion towards it. It's just really as if I'm going into the gym and I'm just doing some sets and getting a couple reps in. But I mean, in here, there's just really nothing to engage with price. If anything, I just want to sit and see if we want to run for 48.73. All right, Justin, I'll see you. I'll see you later. Goodbye, Casper. Why am I watching ES? Because I annotated before how the sell side objectives were a little bit more clear to me compared to NQ. So the sell side on here was really clear. I could see where price would want to draw into compared to NQ. And even those relative equal lows to me seemed just really clean, right? It's easy, meets the eye. You can easily identify it. So if you can see that, that's the asset class you should be trading. Accidental? Yeah, my computer bugged out. No, I haven't. We were just annotating ES and where price drew into. So, I mean, if you were here before it shut down, I was still annotating the sell side and where price should draw into. Casper, you're funny. Can I talk about NQ? I mean, there's nothing to talk about on it. I mean, that question to me sounds like you want a trade. I mean, if I see lower prices on ES, what would that mean for NQ? I see lower prices on NQ. Yeah, I think I know what you mean by that question. He read my mind. So, I mean, this is a good observation of like, for me personally, if we have large expansions like this, it's just not my style or personality where I want to go short in a very, we're inside of a new discount, right? We've made a new low in here. We've taken out sell side. So for me to want to short in here just because there's a fair value gap, there's not enough confluence. There's not enough meat on the bone for me to want to short that. And again, the risk reward, I would have to put my stop loss above the second fair value gap. Even if we got up into the second one, I still don't know. Because technically this dealing range is from this high down to this low in here. So it may want to reach up into optimal trade entry. I don't particularly know. It may just trade off away from this 1 minute. But again, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to chase it. Well, that's good, Casper. I mean, that's maturity and experience. Tony, not right now. I get a lot of people ask me to review London, but I mean, if I'm sitting in front of New York, I don't want to do a review over it. Yeah, you can, if you guys want to send your trading view charts and the price is stagnant, I mean, I'll review your trades in here because I can have it on a different monitor and just look at it. And again, even with you sending your own trades, I mean, having somebody critique your own trades is a weird view because that's your model, that's what you see, and just because somebody else doesn't see it or if I don't agree with it doesn't mean it's invalid. It's the same with me. Like if you guys told me with a trade that I took was like, I'm not going to take that, it's invalid. It's like, well, I don't personally care because it's my model. It's what I know works. So be careful with who you share your trades with in social media because people are going to criticize you. And I'm a lazy guy. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would recommend you to reduce all of that. I mean, I get it, but I would reduce your time because you're just burning yourself out. I would reduce that down to like an hour, 2 hours a day. You don't need to be pushing like that. Yes, the gym is significant. I don't know how people don't go to the gym with trading. I mean, I don't mean to brag or boast, but I'm in very good shape. Um, and I give that a lot of thanks to trading because all the frustration and anger, everything I've built up from trading, I just release that in the gym. It's a great release valve, and it's a positive outlook or outlet instead of going off and doing drugs or drinking or just being upset the whole day. It's like, well, I get to go put that out in the gym. I release it. It's a positive ROI, and you feel better after it. I mean, the gym also teaches you discipline, consistency. I mean, everything you do in life with trading bleeds into your trading. If you're very sloppy, you're undisciplined outside of trading, it's going to bleed into your trading. Whoever tells you that has no idea what they're talking about. I mean, if I'm a fat blob, I never go to the gym, I'm undisciplined in my life, everything around me is sloppy, my relationships are not intact, it's going to bleed into your trading. I mean, it's all psychology. Like, you have to have, how you do one thing is how you do everything. You have to make sure that everything else is in check in your life. If you want to do this full time, I mean, you have to. There's no other way around it. Well, that's why this career is so hard, because it's not just when you get on the charts, it's everything outside of your life that affects you. Do I still? No, I don't consume any trading content. I mean, I'll look at ICT and what he's doing periodically, but I don't. I've graduated basically. I mean, I've gone through his entire mentorship charter. I've gone through the whole course. I've gone through every single material he's basically put out. So I've got to a point where I was like, I don't need anymore. There's nothing else I'm going to learn. That's awesome, Brett. I mean, that's exactly what I do. I mean, before every single live stream in the morning, I mean, I have an exercise bike in my room. I do 25-30 minutes meditating, even Wim Hof breathing, something to get my mind prepped. I mean, think about professional athletes, NBA, NFL, soccer. All of these people do warm-ups and things to prep their mind for the game. We're a performance-based career, right? We're not salary, we're not on the clock. So it's strictly based off your performance. So you have to be the one managing yourself and prepping yourself. I mean, that's why entrepreneurship is hard, because you don't have a boss telling you what to do. Some people are better with having a boss and having somebody tell them what to do. And you'll know if you're made for this career or not, because that's a huge indication, is if you can't do this on your own without somebody telling you what to do, then, I mean, you're never going to make it. You never will. Because to sit down and journal and to sit down on the charts and do all the things outside of life, I mean, you're the one telling yourself to do all that. Self-discipline is it's another form of self-love. I mean, I love myself so much and I have so much pride in myself that I have to force myself to do all those things. Yeah, Wim Hof is a man. Wim Hofing and meditation changed my life. I mean, people that have extreme anxiety or depression, it's not that I don't believe in depression or anxiety. I know it's very real, but I think there's certain natural things that you can do that reduce all of those things. Like simply Wim Hof breathing. If you do that the first time ever, it is a mind-blowing like thing that you do. You're like, holy shit, I've never felt this way in my life. And it's like 15 minutes of deep breathing. Meditation daily. For the most part, yeah. I mean, a lot of things you can find meditation, and you can find presentness and stillness in every single waking moment that you have, and getting into a place of stillness and no thoughts. So I try to be conscious of that. I mean, I don't want to go on. Last time I talked about God and religion, somebody said they're unsubscribing, but I mean, I'm fairly religious. I believe in God. I believe in even just reading the Word of God and placing that in your life, because I think it's a good manual to life. I hate working. Yeah, I mean, when I first started this, I worked a job, and man, I wanted out of that job so bad, but I was so young, man. I mean, life will teach you so many things. Like, you're not going to be just handed all this success and all this money, because when I was 19, if you handed me $100,000, I wouldn't even known what to do with it. I would have been so reckless and so careless with it. Most of the time throughout this career, it's just whatever you want to say, God, the universe, life. It's prepping you to be the person once you reach this success to be able to handle all of it. I mean, if you placed all this viewership, all of these people that view me now, years ago, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. The money, the amount of profits flickering in my face, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. But it's years of dedication that forge you through it. And that's where adversity and hardship, I mean, they forge you in that. Meditation changed my trading. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it changed my trading, but it can change how I act and I approach trading. I mean, if I don't, there's a huge difference in my trading where if I don't do my morning routines and I don't prep myself, I mean, I know I'm probably going to make more errors, most definitely. So I take that very seriously. I wonder if he said the same thing. Dude, there's a video of him saying literally the exact word for word like script or whatever he's given, like for meetings on end. It's hilarious. I wonder if he said the same thing today. And for us as ICT traders, we don't pay attention to what the news is actually saying, because I mean, whatever the chart's going to do, it's going to do regardless of whatever. If rates go up, they go down, whatever. It doesn't really matter to us. ICT has no idea even what any of that fundamental analysis means. How to measure new day opening gap? I mean, it's from the open of the day to the close of previous day. I want to do a study. Let me do a study on here. I'm very curious on YouTube. It's hilarious. Like when I enter in a trade, the amount of views that I get increased by like tenfold. It's hilarious. So I'm gonna do a paper trade. Please do not take this, but for the new people who come in, it's gonna be funny. So let's just do this. I want to see the next like 10 minutes how many more people come in. Again, this is strictly just for observation and experiment. So we're at 121 right now. Let's just see. YouTube's funny. I may be wrong, but every single time I do it, like, the viewership increases. It's so funny. Should we take it to? Yeah, full leverage, full margin. I'm kidding, FYI. I know some people are out there actually trying to do that. Okay, so we were at 121. We got 8 new viewers ever since we did it. I cracked myself up. You gotta have fun. www. I just got it. I mean, actually, the experiment is it's not going as what I thought. But I think it was, what was that, yesterday or 2 days ago? I took a trade, we were at like 500 viewers, and it spiked to 700, like, instantaneously. It was crazy. I was like, I wonder if, like, people just see the thumbnail and they brief over it and they see I'm in a trade and they view it. Tanya, yeah. Yeah, she's got mad viewers, man. She had like 3K today. It's crazy, man. All props to her. I mean, but I know right now the viewership is obviously lower because, I mean, people probably work jobs or do things in the afternoon compared to the morning, and or they're just not paying attention to the afternoon session. I don't think the experiment went right. We got 10 more viewers since that. It's funny. And obviously, if I get this, if this works, I mean, I'm not going to be excited or anything. Also, your overseas viewers is late as hell. Brad, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe I'm misreading that. Vigo, if anything, try to post a link to TradingView. I mean, I could view it. Oh, I got you. Yeah. I think C's SEE SEA. That's people. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I have a lot of people. When I first started streaming this month, I asked like where everybody's from, and like 90% of the comments were not in the U.S., which I was surprised because I thought a lot more people would be U.S. based. Are you guys in the U.S. or no? Romania. You're with the top G, huh? Andrew Tate. You ever seen him? I mean, I'm sure it's a fairly large country, so. Buffalo, Oklahoma, Hawaii, Netherlands, Florida, UK, Toronto, India, Sweden. See, that's so surprising to me, man. Nebraska, South Africa, Switzerland, LA, Nigeria. See, it's a lot of it's not in the U.S. It's fascinating to me. I don't know why. I would just thought the viewership would be more US based. South Florida. I plan on moving this year to probably to Naples. I want to get out of this cold. NYC, Pennsylvania, Colorado. That makes sense why they're asking about London session. That actually makes a lot of sense. Where am I? I am in Chicago, Illinois. What the hell type of places? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Ostermalam. That's crazy. Naples, where old people live. Yeah, I'm kind of on that path though, where I don't want to be with a lot of people my age. I'd rather not be around a bunch of degenerate people that just want to party and waste their life away. I've already experienced that. I feel too mature, to be honest, to do all that. I mean, I thought about Tampa, but even Tampa, Miami, I mean, that just seems to me just very degenerate, like party lifestyle. I don't want to be around that. Yeah, exactly, Chris. I mean, that's the reason why I'm choosing that place over other places in Florida. Because, I mean, I know myself. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still young and I do like to go out and do things, but if something's there and it influences you to do it, and it's easy, accessible, of course, like it's an easy thing to do. Oh my goodness, people, we are up money. We're making money today, boys. I'm rich. Naples is a little bit. See, I haven't been in Naples. I'm going out there probably in April to visit. So yeah, I'll see what if it actually is for me. I don't know that. I'll keep in mind West Palm Beach. Okay. I want to do some traveling around there and see, obviously, what would fit me best. Yeah, the experiment worked. Again, it crashed. I think you're just receiving buffering. I mean, let me know. Put a 1 if it's still up. Marco, no. I purely placed this trade for an experiment to see if the viewership would go up. If you just tune me in. Again, this means nothing. This doesn't. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just keeping an eye out for shits and giggles. How long have I been observing? Today for about an hour and a half, which is I'm reaching my kind of point where I'm done. So I just want to see a trade to 48.73 and I'm done. That's it for me. Did it go up? Yeah, I mean, when I took the trade, we were at 121. It spiked up to 150. So, but then again, I don't know. I don't know if that's actually true or not. But it's a weird thing that I'm observing with live streaming. And you should feel nothing about this. You should feel no fear that you missed out. You should feel no anger, like you made a mistake. You did something. You did the right thing. If you didn't take anything, you just sat on the side and observed price. I mean, it's a good thing that you're doing. You're instilling discipline in yourself. You see over here the sell side there. More orders. All right, let's see. I can't wait for people to like comment big. See, I told you it was terrible. Oh shit, I gotta move this. I gotta keep going. I gotta push the algorithm down by placing more orders, selling pressure. So maybe if I do 100 contracts, we can push this whole thing down. Let's do 200. 200 contracts, we should start seeing selling pressure in here, boys. Should push the whole market down. Figuring out the YouTube algorithm and market algorithms, yeah. Cracking the code. So 200 contracts, paper trading should push this market down. Market makers are short. Oh my goodness, man. I'm cracking myself up. Danny. I wonder if you're just tuning in or not. We're doing an experiment to see if I place a trade, if I got more viewership. But then I realized what I was doing was stupid, because if I didn't place enough contracts, then the market isn't going to move lower. So I have to push more contracts in order for this to move lower. So you guys should all be selling on your paper trading 500 contracts, and we'll be able to paper trade, push the algorithm down, right? So after this, I'm going to go out to Lamborghini and I'm going to buy a brand new McLaren, or not a McLaren, Huracan, and I'll show you guys after with all the demo money. No, serious. I mean, I just want to see if sell side can get ran here in a second, and then I'll probably hop off. I appreciate everybody tuning in today. It's been fun. More of a chill live stream. Hey, who's buying in here? Stop buying, all right? You're pushing the market up. You gotta stop doing all that. Somebody counter whoever. I feel like it's Chris. Chris, are you buying? Maybe it's Danny. Somebody's in here. They're buying. You need to stop that. You need to over leverage his buying contracts. Oh, 5,000. Damn it. Shit. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. How do you like them apples? 10,000 contracts. Paper trading. Now I'm up 5,000 on you. Your stop loss is my take profit, buddy, so eat it. Okay, he's up 30 million. Okay, well, boys, I don't got enough margin for that, so you got to help me out here. I mean, if this takes 2 or 3 more minutes, I'm just going to hop off. I just want to see it ran and so I can go about my day. Damn it. Did Romeo teach you that turtle soup pattern? I knew he was hiding something. If you don't know who Romeo is, it's fine. He's a goofball on Twitter. If somebody it's gonna be so funny if somebody comes into the stream and sees this. What the hell? You guys are now talking in French. No French talking in here. only English. Maybe you guys are conspiring against me on my paper trade. Am I gonna trade tomorrow? No, I'll be live streaming. I'll do a paper trade. Not paper trade. I may take a paper trade tomorrow and just kind of tape read. Same thing. It's the rules that we have, man. And I've observed the price action before in FP. It's typically very manipulated. Not easy to trade. You saw that on Tuesday. Even me trying to push the day before FOMC. It's not It's not fun. I'm more than likely going to take a loss. So that's a battle with your ego. You have to wrestle and be like, do I trade this? Do I not trade this? It's like, man, I'm going to listen to my mentor and the person who's telling me not to trade the day before FOMC or NFP. I mean, both days. So only other day that I would be willing to participate in a live setting is after NFP and after that. So what is he going to do? Ban your turtle soups? Yeah. How do you make it so you don't have to manually click modify when moving? Marco, I'm trying to. I mean, when you place a trade, you can go create order, and then you can do take profit and stop loss. So it's already set in there. I mean, that's for limits. Why is Romeo acting like a Barbie girl? Yeah, I mean, again, the whole Twitter. That's the reason why I'm not super active on there is because it's just a whole clown fest of people. Like it's just really bad, man. It's negative energy. I mean, these people, again, you have to look at their intentions. Why are they doing all of this? They're trying to sell you something, man. They're trying to sell you their mentorship because more than likely, they can't make money trading themselves. I mean, even me, if I sell a mentorship, like the only way I was gonna do it was to be authentic and raw to myself. Is like, man, if you can't sit in front of a live audience and demonstrate you can trade, then what's the point of selling a mentorship? I have nothing against mentorships because it's like it's business 101. Why would I not sell a mentorship and make extra money? Like it's just stupid. And B, to me, you have to show that you can trade because if you can't show that, then the audience can see that, and obviously, who would want to invest in somebody who can't trade? I mean, how many other people are live trading? Not many people, and that's probably for a particular reason because they either A, obviously live streaming is too much for them, or they can't actually trade. It's like you guys see everything that I do. I mean, from the daily logs to the live streams. I mean, there's there's no gaps in between all that. I can't be doing something that you guys don't know about. Even me showing my track record, like through the prop firm. I mean, it's authentic as you can get it, man. I mean, I try my absolute best to be that way because this industry needs it. I mean, even Robin's Cup. I mean, that's great, but I still think if you were to sit down on a live stream, I mean, that's the most raw, organic way to show if you can trade or not, and you know what you're talking about. Which I mean, if you're paying somebody for mentorship via Twitter, challenge them to do a live stream. Challenge them to do what I'm doing. Sit down day after day, week after week, and trade. Because I mean, if you know what you're doing, you should be able to do it in front of a live audience. It's the same. Dude, I compare live streaming to the same thing as like live streaming video games. I mean, these people are going to play the same way as if they're playing on live stream. I mean, there's some emotions, sure, but I mean, if you're experienced enough, that really shouldn't affect you. I know I don't have trade of eights. I don't know if that was a joke, but I don't have trade of eight. Good one. Yeah, and I mean, real recognize real. Even like um, all of you guys, I'm sure you probably see the difference. I hate to say, I don't want to be on an ego and like put myself on a pedestal, but I'm sure you could see the difference, man. I mean, I at least try to want to set an example for other people eventually if you guys want to do this stuff and, you know, mentor people because I enjoy mentoring people. It's great. I think I have a gift for it and I want to utilize that. But you should be able to do it in an authentic, good way. If people want to pay for your service, I see no harm in that. It's just, are they actually profitable? I'm on, man. I want to get off this live stream. Somebody stop buying in here. All the buy positions are pushing this up. Yeah, I know, Ian. I mean, you would have got me if you said my quant hour or my Rhythmic account was executing orders. I'm like, what? I mean, all my advice, I mean, I don't want to go on a huge rant on Twitter. But my advice is stay off of Twitter, stay off of social media, and just do your due diligence, because I've been scammed by a lot of people throughout the years inside of ICT's community. Because I mean, they look good on Twitter and on social media. You join the group, and you're like, what? Like this is why did I just pay $100 for this? And I've paid people before, and then they literally stopped their group after a week, and then they went ghost, and they bagged $10,000-$15,000, and they ran off with it. It's like there's no guarantee either if if somebody starts a group and they pay for it. And I mean, there's no guarantee that those people are gonna even do the group. So you have to be very careful with it, man. Yeah, I mean we're on like market on close macro, where like the last 15 minutes, 10 minutes of the day, you usually get a huge volatility spike. But honestly, dude, I'm too tired. I'm gonna log off here. I appreciate you tuning in today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's kind of a funny one. I'll be live tomorrow for the AM session, and just tape reading it, having fun with it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day.